Hey, what's up YouTube? You're watching Ready, Set, Drone, and I've had the Air 2S for several months now. I want to talk to you about it. Stay tuned. So first of all, if you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe because we do a lot of content about DJI drones, FPV drones, toy drones, and all kinds of RC stuff. We have a lot of fun here, so if you would like to subscribe, the button's right there somewhere. So the Air 2S, what can I say? I'm gonna tell you this right up front. This is my favorite camera drone at the moment. It is October of 2021, and right now I've been flying this thing pretty much nonstop since it came out. I've gotten all kinds of great shots with it. I've traveled with it a bit. I've had the ability to do some professional stuff with it, and it has not failed me once. So before we get too far into this, I will say there's a full review of this drone linked somewhere here, and you can go check it out if you want all the specs. I'm not going to talk about that right now. What I'm going to talk about just are the things that I do like and a couple of things that I wish they could improve on it to ultimately give you an idea of whether it's still worth buying towards the end of 2021 and early 2022. First of all, what I like about it, they took the 1-inch sensor from the Mavic 2 Pro and put it into a smaller form factor. So the low light capability and the picture resolution and the 4K video that you get out of it and the higher resolution, higher than 4K that you get out of it, it's all amazing. It's all really great stuff. And to me, to have that in a smaller form factor, something that's easier to travel with, has an amazing flight time, is quiet, all of those things make this thing a great choice for videography and shooting stills with it. It just does a really, really wonderful job in such a compact and unassuming form factor. Now they also did some things to improve the quick shots. You can now do quick shots in 4K. There was a while earlier where all your quick shots had to be in 1080, but now you can do them in 4K. So your hyperlapses can all be in 4K. And by the way, you can shoot raw photos as you're doing your hyperlapse. So you can take every hyperlapse that you do that gets meshed together in the software and take the original raw photos and either pull them out individually or string them together in Premiere or DaVinci or some other editing program and make a really, really beautiful hyperlapse out of it, because you can play with the levels, the light levels in them, and the black and the white and all that stuff, so that they look really, really sharp, sharper than they do if you just take the MP4 straight off the card. That's a really great versatility with it. And then finally, everything about it from a flyability perspective is spot on. It's got sensors that work really well, but they're not overbearing. I did do a couple of things with the Evo 2, and I really like the Evo 2, but I'll tell you, it freaks out anytime it's anywhere near anything. This drone seems to give you warnings when it needs to, but leaves you alone when it doesn't, and I really like that about it. It's just fast enough to keep up with things if you're trying to track them. I did a lot of tracking of ships over the summer, which was a lot of fun, but it's also not so fast that it's intimidating. And of course, it has all the extras built into it, like the sensor that tells you if there's a manned aircraft in the area, the anti-collision sensors, the battery warnings are really good, the return to home is very solid. That's kind of the case with most DJI drones. But they've refined everything, and OcuSync 3 on this guy is rock solid as long as you're on the DJI remote control that uses your phone. Probably my only complaint about this drone is the fact that when you fly it with the smart controller, you do lose some of the range and some of the connectivity. I think that's more a function of the smart controller than it is of the drone itself, because when you fly this with the remote control that comes with it using your phone, it's rock solid. I never had anything break up or drop I did have a loss of signal a couple of times when I was flying with the smart controller, and I hope they upgrade the smart controller and make it backwards compatible with this. If you are a consumer and you're just starting out, you want something that's really easy to fly, really safe to fly, pretty small, still requires registration with the FAA because it's over 250 grams, but checks a lot of boxes, this is still it. If it's late 2021 or early 2022 and you're thinking about getting a camera drone, this guy is a stellar drone. It kind of depends on where you are in terms of your professionalism, in terms of photography and videography. If you're looking to do stuff that's a little more creative, a little more professional, this is a great place to start. But if you just want to take snapshots of family vacations and stuff like that, the Mini 2 is a great place to start, and I did a comparison to those two that you can check out. Love to hear your comments about the Air 2S, especially since it's been out for a while. How have you flown it? What do you like about it? What don't you like about it? Leave those comments below. And thanks for watching Ready, Set, Drone. We'll see you next time.